Hi guys, it's Rob here from Mindset First and welcome back to another episode of Monday Mindset. This week I want to talk to you guys about how we can break through negative self-talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a very simple example and I'm going to walk through this example. Now what I want you guys to do is to take this example and use it as a guideline for any time or any moment that you feel you need to break through that negative self-talk. So the example that I'm going to use is an athlete making a mistake or making an error or losing a point and saying, I am so bad. This is something that is very common. This is a very, very common thought and common self-talk that I hear from athletes that I work with. So an athlete makes a mistake and they instantly go to, I am so bad. Now, the first thing that I want you to do in that moment is I want you to step back and ask yourself, what is so bad about what just happened? And I want you to provide yourself with 3 to 4 reasons as to why that particular thing is actually so bad. Why is this such a horrible thing? And I want you to go about this process in a very rational and logical way. For a lot of people, they will not be able to come up with 3 or 4 things or reasons as to why this is such a catastrophically bad thing, because it really isn't, right? So it is much more about grounding and it is much more about rationalizing with that particular thought. Right after that, what I want you guys to do is I want you to kind of reflect a little bit and ask yourself, why is it so bad that I made this mistake? Right? A lot of times I think we really do forget the importance of making mistakes and the importance of falling down and failing as a way of learning. And so I want you guys to really ask yourself, why is it so bad that I made this mistake? Right? Like, why is this mistake such a big thing? Once we've gone through that process and we've kind of reflected on that particular question, I want you guys to then ask yourself, how can I move forward in a positive way? How can I move forward in a way in which will allow me to not only continue to compete well, but also feel good about what it is that I'm doing and also about myself? So what I want you guys to really look at identifying in that particular situation is proactive ways of fixing the problem, proactive ways of thinking, and proactive ways of going about the rest of the competition. After we've done this step, the last step that I'm going to want you guys to go through is asking yourself, do I feel good and do I compete well when I'm having these thoughts such as you are so bad or I am so bad? The answer for a lot of people is going to be no. And so once we can understand the effects that come with that thought, then we can look forward to changing them, right? So throughout this whole process, we really look at challenging these thoughts and we really look at trying to challenge our own thought processes, our own beliefs, and we really want to push these thoughts that do come in out of nowhere. And a lot of times, a lot of athletes will say to me that they have no control of these thoughts. They do just come out of the blue. And so I want you guys to really challenge these thoughts and understand that they are for a lot of time very irrational and they're a lot of time based on ego and pride. And so once we can put that aside and accept the fact that what it is that is happening, it may not be ideal, it may not be what we want it to be, but it will certainly not help us perform better if we go about being negative and reinforce the fact that, whatever just happened is not a good thing, and reinforce the fact that now we think we are bad because of it, and so on and so forth. We then start to snowball into this whole thing where our performance levels drop, our self-satisfaction drops, our enjoyment for whatever it is that we're doing drops, and we just never really can quite reach that peak point that everybody's searching for. So guys, this week I really want you guys to break down these thoughts. I want you to challenge this negative self-talk and walk through the steps that I just provided you guys with just now. So guys, I hope you have a fantastic week, and remember that the mindset always wins.